A year ago, I was a 28 handicap. Now I'm a 12, and I didn't get there by practicing 7 days a week or changing my swing every month. I did 7 things that really helped me out on the golf course. So I'm gonna share those things with you today while we play a couple holes. If you've been struggling with your scores recently on the course, maybe one of these 7 things will help you. Tip number 1 is smart golf versus sexy golf. My tee shot has actually gone a little through the fairway. We're in the trees. I don't have a line to the green. So instead of trying to play this hero shot of this big sweeping hook like Tiger in the Masters, we're actually going to just play a smart shot, chip out. This is a par 5. Let's do it. And we're back in play. Smart golf is all about picking the best possible target and shot for that specific situation. So if you got water 220 yards away on a par 5 and you try to go for it in 2, that's not gonna work, buddy. Not unless you're a PGA Tour professional. Tip number 2 is to stop setting score goals. I used to get on the tee thinking, let's break 90 today. And I really struggled. Instead, I just started focusing on one shot at a time. Obviously, when you put yourself out of position, par becomes irrelevant for that hole. For instance, on this hole, I am hitting my 3rd shot now on a par 5. The old me would have been like, okay, we gotta go for it. I gotta make par. No, man, par doesn't matter whenever you're a high handicapper. It's okay. So we're gonna play a layup here with our 6 iron and just take it left of that bunker that is guarding the green. And it's just short of that bunker. We got a chip. Tip number 3 is to focus on process goals. For me, what I do is at the end of every single round, I will look at my misses and what cost me the most strokes, and then I focus on that, because naturally if you focus on those things and get better at those things, you'll see better results out on the course. One of the things that's helped me with this recently is using the Shot Pattern app. It gives you a ton of data that will show you what part of your game is losing you the most strokes. And when you're on the course, it will do things like give you your dispersion patterns that will help you pick smarter targets out on the course. If you want to try it for yourself, there's a link for 20% off your first year down in the description. Tip number 4 is to be patient. One of the things I love most about golf is that it teaches you patience. I used to think I was never going to be able to break 100 ever in my life. And then I broke 100. And then 8 months later, I broke 90. Now, golf is volatile. So just because you break 100 one day doesn't mean you're going to go out and shoot that the next. In fact, it might mean quite the opposite. You might break 100 one day and then go out the next day and shoot 110. That's just golf, baby. There's a lot of factors that go into it. So you got to stay patient, you got to stay committed, and remember, focus on those process goals. See? Golf is volatile. Tip number 5 is to understand the difference between practice and playing. You learn mechanics and technique on the range and at the practice facility. On the course, you play and you learn how to score. The biggest thing you can do when you're on the course, swing with the swing you brought and play to that. If you're slicing everything, aim a little bit more left, okay? If you're hooking everything, vice versa. Tip number 4 is to avoid the vanity trap. And this is where it's a bit of a slippery slope, because I highly recommend getting lessons, but it's also important to figure out what's functional versus what looks good. Look at the number 1 player in the world right now, Scottie Scheffler. He comes over the top, he slides, he does all these mechanically wrong things, but it works for him. You have to find what works for you and play with that. Oh, we're on. Nice. Telling you, man, if you guys ever come out to Gillespie in Greensboro, fix your ball marks. Golfers will love you, greenskeepers will love you, and the course will stay looking pretty. I have no clue what this putt's doing. The final tip I'll give is this, and this is probably the most important one. So if you stayed all the way to this part in the video, you're about to get the best tip you can ever think of. Acceptance. When you're on the course, as soon as the ball leaves the club face, there is absolutely nothing you can do. The wind could take it. It could hit a tree branch. It could hit a sprinkler head. You don't know. The sooner you stop being so emotionally attached to every single outcome, the better. Just accept where it is. If it's a bad shot, it's a bad shot. It is what it is. You adapt and move on. That's the joys of golf. It is 18 holes of nonstop problem solving. So as we tee up this last shot here, this is probably the hardest shot on this 9. It's a massive 90-degree dogleg right. I'm gonna take a 4-iron, and whatever happens, happens. It's perfect. Just remember, as long as you are paying to play this game, you're not good enough to get mad. And as a bonus tip, I'll say this. Don't be afraid to experiment with different tee boxes. I thought I didn't have a spot playing the back tees from like 6,400 yards. I ended up swinging a little bit more free, and yes, it was a little harder, but at least my tee shots were okay. If I have trouble breaking a certain scoring barrier, playing from the front tees, it really helps you just kind of be more relaxed and focus in. So don't be afraid to experiment with different tee boxes. But I will say this, if you do decide to move back, make sure to keep pace of play. I pushed that so far right. But again, we accept the outcome and we get up and down. Oh, I didn't hit it. Guys, these 7 things are what helped me go from a 28 handicap to a 12 in about a year. It didn't take a ton of practice or anything like that. It just took commitment and patience. So if you've made a big jump in your game, leave the best tip down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.